today, we made it. We here. I'm tired. I'm going to be honest. I am so tired. I'm excited to have all of you here. We got a great show lined up for today. But first, look at your neighbor to the right. Look at your neighbor to the left. Now say glory. That's for those of you who did not go to church today. And nobody even said, y'all didn't even say that. Y'all didn't even say that. All right, good. But yes, we have a young model that will be coming forward. We have a model who started when she was 14 years old. We have our designers that will be coming forward. So we have a great show in store for you today. So first, we're going to start talking about fashion. This show is kind of built on fashion. So it's Sky Talks the Runway Diaries. And the show kind of will be talking about behind the scenes, things that happen in the fashion world and the industry and things like that. So that's what this show is actually going to be based off of. So I myself am a model. I have a modeling school. I have a boutique, Ventures Hats and Bows Boutique. And now I'm a talk show host. So yes, I want to say I'm a rapper too, but I only spit rhymes a few times, so my mom in the audience like, so we always make a joke about my little rap life because I wanted to be a rapper when I was young, but you know, my mother here, my beautiful mother, let's give it up for my mother. And my daughter. She wasn't feeling the rap life, so I'm a model, but everybody know my favorite rap idol is Queen Latifah. So those of you who be on my social media, y'all know I post and talk about her a lot. Maybe one day we might have her sitting next to me. I mean, let's invite her now. Queen Latifah, come to the Latachie Ann Show. Wow. So we're going to get started talking about Fashion Week. So this week we have a Fashion Week that'll be going forward in Antalya, Turkey. And so Fashion Week is in different cities where they have a whole week of fashion. They have New York Fashion Week, they have Atlanta Fashion Week, Houston Fashion Week. So this one is in Turkey, and it'll be coming starting May 27th through the 31st. So Fashion Weeks is kind of when a whole bunch of professional models and designers get together and they do a fashion show. So we have a clip of last year Turkey Fashion Show. Take a look. Gala. Those of you who don't know, the Met Gala is actually, it's a fundraising event that they do for the Museum of Art. and they have it all the time in New York. So earlier this month, it was May 5th, they had the Met Gala. And so the Met Gala is where designers put on all their, hard work, and they pick celebrities to wear their clothes. So something interesting happened this year with a designer who ended up dressing a celebrity in the same outfit as another celebrity. And that has never happened at the Met Gala. So look up here, we have Zendaya that's here, and then we have Anna. And Zendaya was dressed in Louis Vuitton, and then Anna, who was dressed in Christian Dior. So they both wore the same exact white suit to the Met Gala. And what's so crazy about it, it was Anna's first time at the Met Gala, and she had a twin. I would have been like, wow, my first time coming. So yeah, so that was real interesting. But the Met Gala, have a lot of different looks, and so we have some more slides of looks from the Met Gala. So this was the theme of the Met Gala was super fine. So this is Angel Reese. For those of you who don't know, Angel Reese is a WNBA basketball player for Chicago Sky, and this is her look that she did. Isn't that nice? Very tailored, very fitty. So I thought that was really nice. And this actually was her second time to the Met Gala. And so next we have, this is Janelle Monáe. She always wears the weirdest outfits. So under that coat is a pantsuit that's kind of the same, stripe like the coat. So she had her look, and it was really nice. And she usually uses the same designer every year, which I believe is Christian is her designer. So, and then now we have a sled or legs. So I'm gonna have some looks up there, and we're gonna do audience participation to see if you would slay this or if you would lay it down and pass it. All right, so this is our first look. What do y'all think? Slay. I would say slay. I would say slay. It's pretty nice, very detailed. So yeah, I would definitely wear this one. So let's see what our second look looks like. That's a bit much. I probably would only do this for a photo shoot because that's a lot going on to walk and carry. So yes, definitely I would lay this one. So let's see what the next look is. What y'all say? I think I would lay this one too. Although I love bows because I'm into bows, but that one looked kind of clownish to me. So I think I might lay this one. Yeah. So let's look at our last look. Y'all know I would say slay. So this is Queen Latifah, and she was at the Met Gala on last year, which was her first time. So I'm definitely gonna say slay on this. So all right, so that was our slay or lay looks, and so now we're going to go into talking about the military, because we all know that this is military month, Memorial Day, so it's for the military, so all of those that have went on, that have left but have served for this country. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. I do have some that came in the audience and here with us. Talk to y'all and just want to know what branches you serve and just kind of give you a little history on where you're going now. Whichever one want to go first.
I'm a special starter. I'm in the U.S. Army National Guard. Currently, I'm having my first contract, and where I see myself going after this contract is I'm in full active. I want to switch my voice to something more, what I feel is something more impactful in the U.S. Army. I might become I would think become a medic or even become an engineer, something to do more in there, out there type of thing. And yeah,
So, hi, I'm PFC Williams. I am also in the Texas Army National Guard. already listening, or maybe going to school so I can become an artist? So like art.
Thank y'all so much for coming and being with us in the audience today. We do thank you all for your service. Guess they can't hear you guys. We thank you all for your service, and we're glad that you came to be with us on today. So we're going to show, we have a little short clip of the memorial, if y'all want to play that. Mental Awareness Month. So May is Mental Awareness Month, where they talk about those that's dealing with mental health issues, and sometimes there's a lot of people that's dealing with things that we don't know, and mental awareness can come with a lot of anxiety, depression, and there's a lot of things, and you may not realize that you're dealing with that. So that's why they have this awareness month, for people to reach out for help or to feel overwhelmed. And you get like that in this day and time with this world, this life, we get overwhelmed and we don't realize, and sometimes we're suffering from mental awareness, and it's not a problem to seek help. It's sometimes people like, oh, I don't want to go to a therapist, I don't want to go to the street, but sometimes it's good to go out there and and seek help. If your faith is not high enough, then you need to seek help, because you don't want to sit there and carry that. So we do have a video that I want to show you all, and I want everyone to really pay attention to this video.
Oh wow, how are you doing? You good? Oh, sorry, thank you. How you doing? God, it's exciting, isn't it? Hey?
So, how's the week been?
You're okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope things are better outside of the football.
Nah, you keep it. You keep it. Oh, wow.
It says sometimes the signals are hard. So how many of y'all thought it was the other guy? I thought it was the other guy, right? But the whole time it was him. So sometimes people hide, you know, that happiness and jumping around and all that, that was a sign that he was going through something. Because after he sit there and was all happy, he went home and he still had to deal with whatever it was. And he did that one too many times, acting like everything was good, and then he took himself out. So sometimes you don't always see it just by people being sad or looking. It could be people that's overly excited. I mean, it's good to be happy, but sometimes if somebody's just too happy, I'm gonna question, why are you just happy? Because we're not gonna be just happy 24/7 in life. I mean, there's things that come, that hit us, that happen. So we ain't gonna be happy. So if I'm with somebody and you just always jumping the walls, I'm gonna question, are you okay? Because I don't know, you know. So yeah, so it's just check on your loved ones, and up here we have a hotline. If you know anyone or you feel like they're going through something, you know, refer to the hotline and they get, you know, help them, you know, to get help. All right. So we'll be right back. We're going to commercial. We have our great guests coming, so stay tuned. Okay, y'all, welcome back. So our first guest proves that her style and confidence can shine at any age. She is not only a model, but a fashion designer who's arriving, making moves in both worlds. Please, let's give it up for Allison Sanchez. Isn't she beautiful? So how are you today? Good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. So we want to talk to you about your model journey and stuff. So how do you like modeling?
Modeling is like my hobby. I really like it. I mostly go there just because never to be bored, and you can never give up. You can have your own fashion.
Yes, that is so true. Definitely. So I know I've met you, you know, some years back, and I've actually seen you really grow into modeling, and I'm so proud of you. So what do you like best about modeling?
The best about modeling is when there's like a fashion show. You got the best dress, you got a dress, you can show off, you can show to people like, you can be in a dress, no one's gonna judge you.
Yes, exactly. Right. That is so awesome. You actually have done a great job on the runway. I know Elegance Fashion, you remember when I went to see you and you came through and did the Elegance Kids. So I do have a clip of us, and you want to put that up. And look, you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she did such a good job. So it's so good to see you have, you know, grown into your modeling and everything. I'm very proud of you. So you also own a boutique and you have dresses. So we're going to take a look at that. How do you like that? How do you like having your dresses and seeing them on other models?
So, you know, other models, I always say it's good on them. Sometimes people have like different types, like different colors. Some people can have any colors. Some people only have like special type of colors. Mm-hmm. Like my mom helps with me.
Yeah.
I was like, why not make a boutique?
Right.
To show everyone that you can do whatever you can do.
That's true. That is so
true.
Yes, that is so true. Well, we have a few of your looks that we're going to see today. So let's take a look at our first model and see what design they have on from Allison's Boutique. Nice. So that red looks good. So did you pick this for her to model today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good. So do a little spin for us and show the audience. Oh! Well, that is very pretty. Now, I like that one. And you know, the detail on it, the bow in the back, you know I love bows. So I think this is very cute. Thank you so much for coming and showcasing that for us. Let's give her a hand. And we have another model. Let's see what she has on. Now this is really cute. Take a turn and let the audience see. Yeah, this is nice. You can wear this anywhere. But come sit this way, stand this way, because yeah, we want everybody to kind of take a look at. Yes, isn't that adorable? I like the color. That is really cute. That's really cute. Thank you so much. So I bet you have a I actually see you every time you step out. You blinging and you just fluffy. you look really good. So what's in your future? So what do you think? Where's modeling going to take you?
Modeling, I probably is gonna take me like acting. You can show people. How do you say? You can show people that modeling can take you to a place. You can earn money.
Yeah.
You can get dresses you like.
Yeah.
You can choose your style.
Right.
And you can just walk out and show kids you can be what you want.
And I believe you have set a good example, and any young person looking at you, they are definitely going in the right direction. Well, we thank you so much for being here. So our next guest, I'm probably going to pronounce her name wrong because I always do, but Alicia Flores, we're spotlighting a young woman where modeling journey began at age 14. Please welcome the beautiful Alicia Flores. All right. So how are you doing today?
A little nervous. I'm not really good at speaking, but I'll do my best, I promise.
Look, you and me both, so you know about yourself. So it's so good to see you. I don't think I've seen you since the last Elegance on the Runway. I think that was 23.
Yes.
It was 23. So it is so good to see you. I'm happy to have you on the show today and to be one of my first guests. I'm really happy for that.
Thank you for having me.
So you're welcome. So I do have some few questions that I want to ask you. So first I want to know what inspired you to start modeling at the age you did, and what do you remember most about it?
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. Okay, so I did start my modeling journey when I was 14 years old. Now, the way it started was actually because of my mom. Yeah. At that age, I didn't really have much style myself. I was a little tomboyish. So she just wanted me to be a little more girly, and then I had my quinceañera coming up, so I had to prepare for that as well. So she saw an ad on Facebook about some modeling classes, and she convinced me to actually get into it. So,
wow. I'm glad she convinced you, because you actually are a very good model. So thanks to Mom, y'all. Let's give Mom a hand. So I have another question. You said modeling helped you grow as a person and pushed you out. Pushed you out of your comfort zone. Can you share a moment where you just felt like you had went beyond your expertise in modeling, and you felt more comfortable?
yes, of course. Okay, so I would have to say it was definitely on my first show, like the very first. It was actually a pageant that I was in, and I just remember like being up there, and I actually, for it to be my first time, I made it to the top 4, I believe.
Oh, wow.
And that was something that really kind of shook me, because I was really just a quiet kid. I was really shy, and I have like a lot of anxiety, especially in public spaces. So yeah, it was definitely that moment, I would say, that really kind of shook me and made me think like, I can actually really do this. Like, I have nothing to be scared about.
Yeah. Oh, that is great. So, we have a video clip of you from. So I digged and I found a video clip of you. So let's take a look and let's see her, guys. Alright, now doesn't she look good, guys? So I know you came and you modeled at our show, Elegance on the Runway, and then the Elegance on the Runway, we also do like the face of Elegance on the Runway, where we crown models, and what I do is kind of just watch them throughout our whole preparation for the show. Just kind of see their dedication and see what they're doing, and then I crown them and I surprise the models that I'm going to crown at the end of the show. So we have a video of Alicia. Now, am I saying it right? Elsie, I think I've been calling you that since I met you. So we have a clip of when I crowned her in 2023. Let's take a look.
The top model, top model, top model, model. She's a top model to me. Wanna be on the top, 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 wanna be on.
That was so nice. That was so fun. She was so shocked, you guys, when we pull up and said the face of elegance on the run. She was like, her face was and she started tearing, I started tearing. And that moment she was telling me something, but I think I was so caught up in it, I don't even know all what she said. I was just glad she was happy. So that was such a great experience. So what's going to happen with you in the future? I know you kind of stopped modeling and school and stuff. So what's the future look like?
So as of right now, I did have to take a break due to some personal stuff that had been going on. But I started working actually. I'm currently working at a body shop as an estimator for different insurance companies.
Okay.
So that is something that I'm actually really getting into. I really like it. And I get to learn a lot about cars, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty fun too. So yeah, but I would say I definitely want to study something. I definitely want to go back to school in that sense. And you never know, maybe I'll pick up modeling while I'm making sure as well.
Awesome. Well, we thank you so much for being on the show, and whatever you do, we know you're going to do good at it, and we just, want to see you growing whatever it is, and hopefully I do see you on the runway again, and if I put on the elegance on the runway again, I'm be like, you have no choice. Come on.
So it's time for our audience giveaway. So I know y'all came in and you signed in on the list, and so I'm just gonna randomly pick a number 4, and my team gonna tell me who number 4 is, and that will be the person that come up and sit next to me, and we're gonna do some trivia questions. If you can answer 2 out of 4, then you will get some merch from the Latachie Ann Show. So who is the lucky person? I'm gonna pick number 5 for. Let me see. What do I want to do? 5. Pamela Johnson. Miss Pamela Johnson. Wow, so happy to see you. Look so lovely. Pamela Johnson is a Houston model, so we're gonna have to interview you next on the show. So let's see if you can answer these questions. So the first question is, which of these designers is known for the red sole on their shoes? Gucci, Christian Louboutin, Versace, or Chanel? Christian Louboutin. Which city is known as the fashion capital of the world? New York, Atlanta, Paris, or Houston? New York. Paris. I think that one get everybody because we all talk about New York a lot. So the third question, the middle name of the hostess' daughter is the name of a famous fashion magazine. Which magazine is it? Glamour, Elle, Vogue, or Essence? It's my daughter's middle name. It's Vogue. So the last question, in 2024, Queen Latifah made her first appearance on the Met Gala. Which designer did she wear? Karl Lagerfeld, Michael Kors, Tom Brown, or Christian Dior? Tom Brown. That's okay. She got 1 out of it, so we still gonna give her. Thank you so much.
your crown and
Thank
everything.
you.
I'm so happy to have you here. So let's go into some questions. So you've been nominated in pageantry as a toddler, and now you're preparing to compete again. What does that journey mean to you?
Oh, okay. So the journey means that I am bettering myself from last year. So I've been on a journey personally to have better health, to be able to overcome the obstacles that I may be facing. So competing is ultimately seeing that I've improved from last year internally and externally.
Okay. So what's happening for you in the future? So what are your future plans?
I've been having a lot of opportunities. So I have been getting out, doing more modeling, and also some filming of a series that's coming up. I'm open. I'm writing a book. I am also editor for a magazine. So I have a lot of different things that are already playing out. So just getting all those projects pushed out.
Okay, well that is awesome. So what's coming up for you? What's like the next event or anything coming up that we should know about?
So this week I did a fashion show at Porsche with Let's Be Raw, which is real authentic women. But upcoming next event, the most exciting thing I want to say is New York Fashion Week.
Okay. So you're going to be going to New York?
Yeah.
And so September.
That's in September,
Yes.
yeah. I'm pretty sure there's some other things in between here and there, but that's the most exciting that I can think of off the top.
Awesome. Well, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
a lot. You have a lot on your plate. I know we just met recently, but from the things I've seen, you do a lot. And, I'm definitely, going to be praying for your journey, your success, and, whatever door you could walk in it. So we just thank you so much. We thank you for being on the show, and we thank you for having you. And so, yeah, we hope to, have you on again.
Awesome, that's awesome. So she have a lot going on. So any of you that want to tap into some of the things she did, her name is Tiffany. She's on social media, and you'll follow her because she does a lot that's very interesting. So we are going to go into our next guest. So we have Suki. She is a fashion power. She does designs for ministry, liturgical, and she also has formal wear. So join us today as we welcome Suki. Let's give her a hand. Yes, I'm so glad to have you on the show. Yes, I know you do a lot of designs and fashion and all that. And I had a dress malfunction, y'all, so I called in the back. Can you help me up here? Something ain't right. I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. So it's good to have designers in the house. Because I'm like, hey, mom, you, come on, help me out here. So thank you so much for getting the host, properly looking right. So what's going on with you? Thank you. So what's going on with you? So design, what you have going on?
It's all about Jesus.
Yes,
Amen.
Amen.
I just want to proclaim the Lord everywhere I go, wherever I go. So the Lord has been ministering to me concerning garments. And so I decided to create garments with the name of Jesus. Just make it bold. We need Jesus on the runway. We need his blood to be proclaimed all over the world. With me now, I see a lot of people pushing immodesty, things that are not modest. So the Lord has been ministering to me to branch into the areas of garments for ladies, women in particular, like evening wears, outing, things, formal occasion wears where you don't necessarily have to have things showing, popping out. Dress tastefully and still showcase you as a woman. So that's where I am right now.
Okay,
So
that is good. So we have one designer. We're gonna look at say TV time, so we gotta wrap up. So can I get the first look to come out?
I have Jesus, of course.
Yes.
Jesus on the runway with the blood.
So we're gonna look, at some of her designs that she has out. There's nobody there. Okay, well let's keep talking until they come out. Yeah. So how long does it take you to make your garments?
Making garments for me is a passion. I could just sit down and think, this design pops up and I'm going to make it up. I'm going to reconstruct this dress. Like there was a particular dress, it was low, and I bought it and I decided, I'm going to reconstruct this. So I do a lot of reconstruction, redoing, and I just love it. So it takes me less than an hour or two to do major flamboyant dresses, and if I have to do the praise dance overlays, those take me like 20 minutes.
Okay.
To make.
Awesome. All right, thank y'all all so much. Y'all follow me at the Latachie Ann Show, YouTube, TikTok. We will be doing many more episodes. And like I said, this was our first launch. We tightened it up. But I thank all of you for believing in me and supporting me on my first launch. So I do want to close the show. That's my TikTok for y'all to follow and support. Follow the show. The live taping will be dropping in 7 days. And we are planning to drop an episode every week. And we'll be doing some audiences. We'll be doing some podcasting. So we'll be doing some extra stuff. And we also will be traveling and doing interviews and covering events. Okay? So I have this little saying that I want everyone to kind of repeat after me. Remember, your journey is yours to create. You have the power to create the life you desire. Keep dreaming big.